The recent European summit on Ukraine was more than just another diplomatic gathering. It was a defining moment for the continent. Ukrainian President Zelensky joined UK Prime Minister Starmer, French President Macron, and Italian Prime Minister Meloni, among other leaders. They met with a shared sense of urgency. The stakes could not be higher.
At the heart of the summit was Starmer's bold call to action. Europe must step up for Ukraine, and for Europe itself. This is Europe's hour.
Russia's brutal invasion of Ukraine has shattered the illusion of lasting peace. It has exposed the fragility of the European security architecture. The response from Europe must be decisive and unified. This is a defining moment for the continent. The choices made now will have far-reaching consequences.
Starmer's message was clear. Support for Ukraine must be unwavering. Security guarantees for Europe must be strengthened. This is not just about Ukraine's survival. It is about defending the principles of freedom and democracy, the principles upon which Europe is built.
The summit took place against a backdrop of heightened tensions. Russian aggression continues unabated. The humanitarian crisis in Ukraine deepens. The threat to European security is real. The time for complacency is over. The time for action is now.
The summit focused on three key challenges. First, addressing Ukraine's immediate needs. The human cost of the conflict is staggering. Millions have been displaced. Cities lie in ruins. The flow of refugees continues. Europe must provide humanitarian assistance on an unprecedented scale. Food, shelter, medical supplies. These are the basic necessities of life. Europe must deliver. Second, securing a lasting peace deal. This will not be easy. Negotiations with Putin will be fraught with difficulty, but the goal is clear: a just and sustainable peace. A peace that respects Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. A peace that deters future aggression. Third, providing strong security guarantees for Ukraine. This is essential to deter future Russian aggression. It is also crucial for Ukraine's long-term stability and prosperity. Ukraine needs to know that it can count on the support of its European partners, that it will not be left to face Russian aggression alone. These are ambitious goals, but they are achievable. With unity and determination, Europe can overcome these challenges. The summit was a step in the right direction, but it was just a first step. Much more needs to be done, and quickly. Looming over the summit was the shadow of former US President Donald Trump. His recent criticism of Zelensky and declaration of neutrality in negotiations have caused deep concern among European leaders. Trump's direct peace talks with Putin have further complicated matters. There is a real fear that Trump could undermine Western unity on Ukraine.
Starmer and I, both of whom have strong relationships with Trump, are expected to play a key role in bridging this divide. We have the potential to influence Trump and bring him into alignment with European peace proposals. Our success or failure in this endeavor could have a significant impact on the outcome of the conflict.
For my part, I have been a vocal advocate for European strategic autonomy. I have long argued that Europe needs to be able to defend itself without relying on the United States. The Ukraine crisis has given new urgency to my calls. The potential for US disengagement under a second Trump presidency has only strengthened my resolve.
The summit saw a renewed emphasis on the need for a strong European defense capability. Discussions are underway about the possibility of establishing a European military force. This force would be tasked with supporting a ceasefire and deterring future Russian aggression. The creation of such a force would be a major development in European integration. The summit highlighted the importance of Western unity. Meloni, in her remarks, stressed the need to avoid division over the war. A united front is essential to deterring Russian aggression and achieving a lasting peace. Any cracks in the Western alliance will only embolden Putin.
The UK has committed £1.6 billion for 5,000 air defense missiles for Ukraine. This is in addition to the $2.84 billion loan agreement between the UK and Ukraine, funded by frozen Russian assets. Other European nations have also pledged significant financial and military assistance. There is a growing consensus that Europe needs to increase its defense spending.
Starmer has called for all European nations to reach a defense spending target of at least 3% of GDP. The summit concluded with a sense of urgency and a renewed commitment to European solidarity. The message was clear. Europe will stand with Ukraine for as long as it takes. But words are not enough. Concrete actions are needed. Europe must now translate its commitments into tangible support for Ukraine. The future of Europe and